Chapter 2 The Pirate Lord of Singapore. Lord Cutler Beckett was wrong. Elizabeth Swan was still alive. She was halfway across the world, looking for the Pirate Lord of Singapore. Months earlier, when the Kraken was searching for Jack, Elizabeth tricked Jack onto the Black Pearl with a kiss. Then she tied him to the side of the ship, so she and Will could escape from the monster. She watched the Black Pearl and Jack Sparrow go to the bottom of the ocean. Later, she felt bad about his death. She went with Will and Jack's sailors to see Tia Dalma. Tia Dalma was a friend of Jack's, and she could see into the future. She was a mysterious woman. "You can bring Jack Sparrow back to the world of the living," Tia Dalma told them, "but you'll need the help of an old enemy, Captain Barbossa. Jack killed Barbossa, but I brought him back from the dead. He can help us to bring back Jack, too." Now, Elizabeth and Barbossa were in a small boat in Singapore. Elizabeth looked across the city. It was a dark and shadowy place, full of secrets, pirates, and sharp knives. She tied the boat to a wooden bridge. Suddenly, a man and his 2 guards stepped out of the darkness. He was tall and strong, with cold, hard eyes and a sharp sword. He was Tai Huang, second in command to Xiao Feng, the Pirate Lord of Singapore. "Your commander knows that we are here," Barbossa said to Tai Huang. "You're Captain Barbossa," Tai Huang said. "Yes," Barbossa agreed, "and this is Elizabeth Swan, and Xiao Feng has promised to protect us." Mercer and some East India Trading Company agents were passing. Huang waited until they went around a corner. Then he said, "Follow me." Not far away, 2 company agents were guarding an old, broken bridge. Captain Jack Sparrow's sailors were below them in the water. Ragetti lifted his head. His good eye moved, while his wooden eye looked straight in front. Pinto, Gibbs, Cotton, and Marty were behind him. They swam to a metal gate, then they waited. They were going to Xiao Feng's hiding place to help Elizabeth and Barbossa. There was a strange noise. The company agents jumped to their feet. A woman came out of the darkness, pushing a large wooden box on noisy wheels. She smiled and showed a mouthful of black teeth. It was Tia Dalma. The noise of the wheels was loud and hid sounds from below. The pirates started to cut through the metal gate. Tai Huang took Barbossa and Elizabeth through an old bathhouse to Xiao Feng's hiding place. Elizabeth touched Barbossa's arm. "Have we heard anything from Will?" she asked quietly. Barbossa shook his head. "No, he can protect himself," he said. "But you, be polite when you're with Xiao Feng." The Pirate Lord of Singapore was stepping out of his bath. Elizabeth looked at his face. His eyes were dark and cold. This man was dangerous. "Captain Xiao Feng," Barbossa said smoothly. Xiao Feng looked up. "Captain Barbossa," he said, "welcome to Singapore. I understand that you want something from me." "I need a ship and some men," Barbossa replied. Xiao Feng looked at Barbossa and smiled. "That's strange," he said. "You want a ship, and today, not far from here, a thief tried to steal one from me." Xiao Feng walked quickly across the room to an old man who was holding some maps. "These maps show the way to the world of the dead," he said softly. He watched their faces. Will your adventure take you there?" Suddenly, he gave a sign to 2 guards near one of the baths. The guards pulled someone out from under the water. Their prisoner was Will Turner.